I was born January 9th, 1952. I had two brothers. I started surfing when I was 13 years old. My dad was in the service, and he picked up a welder's trade in the Air Force, and we moved to Wilmington. What got us to Wrightsville was the surfing. My mom and dad got tired of hauling us to the beach, so we moved to the beach. But it wasn't until I got into about the third year of surfing that I really got into the contest and started competing. Ended up going down to Folly Beach, South Carolina, and that's where I won my first surfing contest, and after that I was hooked. On the way back home, coming up 17, we had our little trophies in the back of the window. It just was a great feeling, and it made me realize this is what I wanted to do. The surfing scene was great. Surfing was this new sport. You know, everybody was excited, and there was probably not more than 25 or 30 people surfing at the time. It was the 60s. The music really played into the whole surf thing. So there was a culture there. There was a feeling of connectiveness. Went to Hoggard High School. It was the first graduating class at Hoggard. This was about the time of the Vietnam War. I had really gotten into surfing at that time. And I think if I had to say anything, surfing was one of those things that kind of kept me grounded. You know, it was the time I was living in. Surfing became a yardstick for me in terms of my ability. It gave me a chance to get out and see other places too. When you go to a surfing contest, you have to sit and wait for your heat, and that could be a couple of hours. From my perspective, I didn't want to sit there for a couple of hours. So I entered every event that I could possibly enter. It helped me eat up the time, it kept me involved, and it also improved my physical condition. I'd enter bodyboard, longboard, shortboard, paddle race, kneeboard, all of those events just to stay involved and stay active. And subsequently, I got pretty good at it and won a bunch of them. So they started calling me the Iron Man, because the person who accumulated the most points, they had the Iron Man award. Surfing was trying to get into the Olympics. There was one point that it got really close, and that's when I said, I want to go to the Olympics. But subsequently, things backtracked and I didn't get to go. But being chosen to be on the US team twice and go to another country and represent the United States, it's still pretty exciting. Some of the accomplishments that I'm the most proud of are being the first North Carolina surfer to win the East Coast Championships, and then being the first North Carolina surfer to win the United States Championships, and being the first surfer to be on 2 US teams, and those were from the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. In 1999, I had a friend, and he was a pro surfer, and he got cancer. Being a surfer, he didn't have health insurance. His friends took care of him until he passed. That made me realize surfers have great hearts. You go surfing, riding a wave puts a smile on your face, and you share that smile all day long. And surfers, they want to do good things. Starting the Wrightsville Beach Longboard Association was a way to do that, to dial in on the goodness of surfers and try to direct that back into the community. I am married to a beautiful woman for 51 years. I met her in Hawaii. She was a hippie over there, and I was a surfer, and the rest is history. We had 3 kids, wonderful kids, and I'm so proud of all of them. Well, you know, Wrightsville Beach in Wilmington is who I am. What made me fall in love with it was being out in nature. And nobody's in the water, the dolphin are out there, birds are flying. It's just a great place.
The Greater Wilmington Sports Hall of Fame proudly inducts Bill Curry,